Well, good evening, or whatever time of day it is for you. I'm reading Gemini, long reading for March. We're coming up on this full moon, which is sometimes called the worm moon, but I've heard some people call it the fixer moon recently. And if any of you had any unresolved issues and you notice that you're starting to get some kind of communication from somebody maybe that you haven't heard from in a while, yeah. We also have Saturn and Pluto coming in. We're going to be under their influence, and so they are sometimes referred to as taskmasters. So people are facing some dark truths right now, pretty much, and I've already seen it within my own life. So that doesn't mean that they're going to necessarily come correct, okay? But there are gonna be some reconciliations, some truths, some hidden things coming out. You might already have some tickles of this happening for you. So, it's just an awareness that there might be some interesting things happening in this month of March. So, I am not sure if I'm going to be able to do another long reading this month as I am going out of state for training because I have to get 20 hours of training every year for my licensure. So I'm going to try to do another set of short reads, but I am going to do Gemini's long read for March tonight, and we'll see where that takes us. I think I'm going to do the Mystic. It's really kind of calling to me, my Mystic Tarot. I did meditate for a while, and I've been having kind of a self-care weekend, so I feel pretty much in the jive. I did the Sagittarius read last night, and I had to like release after that because it was really a really heavy read. And so I think I'm pulling a lot of energies right now, you all. So we'll see what we got. I know that a lot of people have been very, very emotional. We've had a lot of water signs in the moon. So, but that's slowing. We've got Virgo now, so we'll see how that works out for us. It's time for planning and organization and those kinds of things. So, thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can I please get some cards for my Gemini friends? Now, I am an energy reader, you all, so I don't know necessarily what's always going to show up. And the cards sometimes, I may not be reading a literal translation that you might read out of your book. I'm reading what I'm seeing, okay? And so, wow, those are like, no, they're supposed to be like that. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck you have four of wands. So you are feeling incomplete right now. That's family related, but remember, the four of wands, either way you turn it, is 1111. So this is the path, and the page of pentacles, that's some information slowly coming in. This is also like study apprentice kind of card. And so, right now I would say, just bide your time. The King of Pentacles is right under that right side up. So slow moving energies, but, also that's very steady, studious, stable. So, and the Hierophant, going back to values is what I get there. Going back to traditional values is what I get for a lot of you. There might be some people that are looking at marriage or looking at dissolving a marriage based on the Four of Wands in reverse. Somebody that you made some kind of contract with might be, that could be a soul contract or a literal contract of marriage. So there's Eight of Cups in reverse in the recent past or current. Judgment, which is in the recent past current connecting to the outcome position. You have the Hermit in your home environment position, the Six of Swords in your near future position, and connecting from your near future to your outcome is the Ace of Wands in reverse. In the outcome, which when I picked them up, they seemed opposite to me, so I flipped them because, as I said, I'm reading the energy off the card, not the card itself necessarily. So it's a Three of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in the upright position. And I am going to clarify, I believe, with my Jane Austen deck because it is kind of, as I say, yelling at me. And so what I'm getting just at a base level in this read is, in a situation where things were very separated. As I said, there might have been some family separations, friend separations. You might have separated from a job. There's still connection to that, and you're still thinking about it, okay? However, there is a completion of a cycle coming. There's a judgment card, so a decision is being made. You know, judgment is about, judgment and justice are kind of about things balancing out in a way. Judgment is kind of like a decision is made one way or the other. It may be good or bad, but we'll clarify. The Hermit is, isolating but gaining wisdom at the same time, insight, that kind of thing. Six of Swords is movement forward, could be travel, could be moving. And then Ace of Wands is, that could be inspiration. You're not feeling very inspired, or maybe you're feeling restless. I really get that from this card. There's a lot of you are feeling restless and maybe wanting to take a trip. That could be like a road trip with friends or buddies, or maybe your kids or something like that. But I'm getting a sense of restlessness from this card. Like, something's not sitting right, but you haven't been sure how to fix it. So because you're having that restlessness and impulsivity, you're like wanting to move, and you feel like doing something will get your mind off of it. In the outcome, you did have a broken heart about something, and maybe you're still feeling the pain of that, grieving, but the swords are falling out, and there's Eight of Pentacles, which is, kind of putting your nose in the books, learning. Eight is always balance as well. And I'm getting information coming in from this Eight of Pentacles. So through research, somehow, that could be spying on the internet, that could be somebody telling you something, but through some kind of research, you find out some information that helps to heal your heart, okay? So let's clarify with the Jane Austen deck. And one of the things that I love about this is on the bottom it says, a truth universally acknowledged. And so, I think it's really pretty. It reminds me of the monarch butterfly, So it's really pretty. Anyway, I just had to point that out. I saw it when I was traveling in New Orleans, and I was like, I must have that deck. Sometimes it happens. So let's clarify for Gemini and see what's going on. A lot of you, I'm getting a sense that a lot of you are going on to new jobs, or thinking about leaving, maybe have put in, your notice or something like that. Or even for some of you, maybe starting your own, hanging out your own shingle, starting your own business. I'm getting that a lot from the Eight of Cups. Like, it was kind of hard to leave because it was a situation you knew well. But for some of you, it's family related. And for some of you, it's absolutely a romantic partnership or friendship related, that some kind of contracted relationship that you're like, I can't, and maybe it wasn't your decision to walk away. Maybe it could have been mutual, could have been the other party, which is why the broken heart, but you are healing. In the cut, I got the Justice card, so things are balancing out. There will be an offer of communication. I have the Knight of Cups in there. So it's coming. Devil in reverse, so some shackles have been broken. Somebody really wants to come forward to you. Could be, there's love related. That could be any kind of relationship though, right? Queen of Pentacles, very well, could be your energy, even though that's an earth sign card. So, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And this has been very burdensome for you. Very, very burdensome, this separation situation. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can I please clarify the Eight of Cups in reverse for my Geminis? Every time I say the word Gemini, I think of Magi, and I know that some of you are super intuitive, so if you're readers, I don't know, you might dig the Jane Austen deck. The majors are mixed in with the minors in this, which is really interesting. It kind of sheds some light on those minors, like the Six of Swords being the Chariot. So if you see the Six of Swords in a situation, you might consider that that's the minor card for the major Chariot. So the Sun, look, here comes the Sun, Geminis, on this walking away or the separation situation. There will be completion. That's 11-11, the Four Wands. So the situation, oh, and there is movement forward. That's the Chariot. It's Seven of Swords in this one, sorry. So Seven of Swords is, a different kind of card. It should be the Six of Swords, but anyway, that would make way more sense. But anyway, there's movement towards you. This is the fastest moving card in the deck. So definite movement towards you. Again, there's the Judgment again, right? It's right here in the base read. So a decision has been made to come for there to be movement towards you. Right now it's not happening, but this same card that's in reverse on the bottom of the deck is over here in your near future. So they're not coming at you yet, but probably be pretty soon. Now, everybody has free will, okay? So, I can't say, oh yeah, for sure, they're going to come towards you. I'm saying it's highly likely. There's a potential for it, okay? I also want to remind people that when I say king and queen, I'm reading masculine versus feminine energies. So even if you're non-binary or gender fluid in some way, there's sexual fluidity in some way or different sexual attraction than traditional. I try to read that in, but remember that in tarot, there really isn't hard and fast gender, okay? And then also I try to read in pretty much whatever I see, different kinds of relationships, E&M, polyamory, and such. So, so there is an internal conflict. You got the Hermit here. You've been very introspective, Gemini. And so very introspective. There's been an internal conflict of if you should do something or not. But really, I'm going to tell you, my feeling is sit still, sit with it. Just sit with it. Because the movement is happening. You'll know when it's right to reach out if that's the case, if it's meant for you. There will be signs, and I'll clarify on that. So you have the Three of Cups, and so, I just got a sense that some of you might very well be in a third-party situation that you do not want to be in. And I get a sense that one of you has a partner that has a really, really close friend, and you don't like how intimate that friendship is. It makes you very uncomfortable. And maybe they go have drinks together, and that makes you very, very uncomfortable. And that has been a conflict in your home spot. You're at home alone, and they're out partying, having a good time, and it's causing... If you haven't said anything about it, this month probably will bring you to it. Because as I said, a lot of hidden truths come out, or you may find out something else. Communication coming towards you, there's the Eight of Wands. And that's also called the Swiftness card. And it is in the upright position. So I do see communication. There's communication going to flow in the month of March, you all. People are not going to be able to help it. Even those people that are very tight-lipped. That's why I tell you, really take the long view in situations, okay? If you're sitting in good energy, high resonating energy, those people will come to you. They will come to you. Now, you have free will. You're going to do whatever you want, but there is a partnership that's upside down, and that's what you're thinking about. You're thinking about trying to balance that out, because Eight of Wands also can be about balance. And remember, eights are always about balance. So, and you've got several eights in here, and 888, that's karmic situations. So at the bottom of the deck, you've got the Hierophant in reverse. So I do feel like some of you are coming towards a split, a breaking of a contract. Not everyone, but some of you probably already know who you are. And the Empress is right underneath that. So a lot of you are sitting in the Empress energy, that divine feminine. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, that person's going to offer you the world. And if it's a situation, it's a karmic cycle, y'all. The upside down Wheel of Fortune. It ain't over till it's over, right? Let's clarify this Six of Swords in the near future. For some of you, this is definitely a karmic bond. And we have to learn the lesson, right? We have to learn the lesson. And man, those lessons hurt sometimes. Whew, they can be rough. You have the Tower in the cut, but it's going to break you free of all those obligations. There is a Tower moment coming. Wouldn't be surprised if it falls out somewhere else in some way in the read. But Six of Swords, so that's that movement forward, whether it is an internal journey, a soul journey. Again, there's the Empress, and you're like, okay, I can't fix everything. I cannot fix everything. That's the Ten of Wands in reverse. You know, you're letting go of some attachments and obligations, and particularly negative attachments, and saying, nope, you know, you can't wave a magic wand and fix other people. You can only fix yourself. You can tell people your truth. You can speak your truth. I mean, you're getting it again. Look in the cut. It's coming out again. You can speak your truth, but you cannot make anybody else heal. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can we please clarify that? Six of Swords. Oh, those jumped out, y'all. Jumped out. Yeah, there is definitely... Look, there's the Empress card, or the Queen of Pentacles jumping out again. She really wanted to talk to you, okay? So you're going to be sitting in Queen of Pentacles energy, or you're dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? And so, but you also have the Ace of Swords, so there is truth, reconciliation, reunification happening for some of you. Now, again, for some of you, it's job-related. For some of you, it is family or relationship related, okay? There's very different things happening here because I'm reading a lot of different energies. Ace of Wands and the Strength card, you're ready to take it on. Remember what I said, that magic wand? You've worked on healing yourself. And that is what brings those energies to you. You sit in that energy and those people will come to you. You have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So somebody who had maybe some issues with drinking too much or some addictions is really healing. Okay. They're really healing. And you have the Eight of Cups in reverse, which is the Moon in reverse. So things come into light, y'all. Things are coming to light. And that's also, it says, we all have our best guides within us if only we would listen. Well, they hadn't been listening. Looks like now they are. And that is also the Eight of Cups and the Moon in reverse. And that you had the Eight of Cups in reverse over here in your recent past. And for some of you, right underneath that was the Lovers in reverse. So some of you are moving on from an intimate connection. Okay. For sure. Judgment card here. That is the end of something, generally speaking. But you know what I say about endings? It's also it's 20 and 2 is about partnership. Okay. And it's also about balancing scales. It's about a balance. An ending of something usually creates a new beginning, which creates a balance. That probably is your Tower moment. We'll see if we get the Tower on that. And in the cut, I'm getting Three of Wands. Stuff is coming towards you, and the Hierophant. So, now there might be some people getting married. And if you are, congratulations. I celebrate your joy. Some of you are signing a contract. Some of you are signing legal documents. Maybe starting your own business, signing legal documents. I'm picking that up. I'm seeing a bank in my scrying bowl too, like a old school brick bank. Yeah, some of you have been really in your head a lot, worried. Worried about not getting offers, not having options. Quit worrying about that because you're going to be in that Queen of Pentacles energy, and that's a very attractive energy. It's very stable. You know. Yeah, Hermit in reverse and worried about offers. I mean, look, you've been in your head a lot. It's cool. You're coming out of that. You're definitely coming out of that. You're definitely going to get some offers. Maybe a Virgo, or it could be a water sign. You know, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Definitely getting a lot of cups in here. So, but I'm keep getting that Hermit card keeps popping up. So this might be somebody that's also in their Hermit energy that's doing a lot of healing, which would be great. Seven of Cups in reverse, and yeah, so you're really not wanting, you really are wanting to heal and work on yourself right now. You're really not putting yourself out there, even with social situations, even with friends. You're really protecting your energy. So thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can we please clarify this Judgment card for Gemini? Okay, so we got the Knight of Wands. So be very charming energy, but it also could just be information coming in. And also, you know, signing of documents. Going to hear something soon anyway. That's what I'm getting, maybe in the next 2 weeks. I mean, like I said, you know, so the 7th is the full moon, and then we've got Saturn and Pluto coming in to kick our butts and get us on task with whatever we have not fixed. It's going to be right in our faces, y'all. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can I please get more? Oh, yep, thank you. Yeah, look, Empress. It's also the Queen of Wands. You're very attractive right now, and you're attracting good things to you. It's also the Empress card. You know, she's abundant. You know, and again, you know, don't get stuck on gender. You just could be in your divine feminine if you're a more masculine person, okay? Just talking about energies. You know, and for some of you, you know, if you are looking for a female, the Empress would be a really great person to be with because they're abundant. Yeah, truths come into light. That's the High Priestess in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse as well. So that's that water sign. You may have been dealing with the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, that was keeping things from you. Let's clarify this Ace of Wands. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Woo! Okay, that was a lot. Yeah, Seven of Cups in reverse, so you're like, meh, I'd prefer to be alone right now. Again, Hermit in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I mean, it's right side up for you, probably, but for me, it's in reverse. So you are thinking about getting out there, but you're trepidatious a little cautious. You do probably have some offers coming in because you're the Empress and Queen of Wands, right? You're very attractive right now. You're like, I'm breaking free. This is the Devil in reverse. It's also five of Wands. You're breaking free. You're like, nah, I'm letting go of all these negative attachments. I'm gonna put myself first. I'm gonna put my health first. I'm gonna take care of myself. Yeah, King of Cups. I mean, again, that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And then you have the Seven of Wands in reverse, which tells me that like this person is very open and honest and not defensive, and you're going to feel very comfortable around them. And so it's almost like you meet and you're like, oh man, I'm not quite ready for something, but this person. So you might just stay connected with somebody but not move forward. Also, if you're signing business contracts, this could be someone offering to partner with you. And it looks, well, it's telling you don't need to be defensive. It's a good offer. And you're, you know, there's nothing hidden there because the Devil's in reverse. So if it's that you have signed contracts to start a new job, it looks pretty good for you. I mean, I don't see anything saying no. So let's clarify this Three of Swords and the outcome, please. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can we get some clarifiers for the Three of Swords in reverse? Let's find out about this outcome. All right, so Chariot, fastest moving card in the deck, y'all. It's also the Seven of Swords. Let's see if there's anything nefarious going down with that, because that card does mean lying, cheating, backstabbing. Although I'm not getting that from it. I'm getting swift movement, which is what the Chariot is. Very, very swift movement. All right, so we also got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And the Lovers, I mean, absolutely some of you are moving away from a relationship. Or this could be the cycle is not quite complete and there is more work to be done, which is why you have this Eight of Pentacles, and I'll clarify that. This was definitely a karmic situation. I mean, the Six of Cups is a soul connection kind of thing. So Four of Wands in reverse again. So this is not complete. But remember, it's 11-11, so you're on the right path. There's definitely several parties involved, and there might even be money, or I'm getting inheritance type stuff involved, contracts. I mean, there's a lot of things happening here. But for a lot of you, it is a relationship that kind of went sour because there was a lot of hidden stuff. And I'm going to get more because I'm going to clarify with my personal deck as well. Can I get one more on that Three of Pentacles? Let's clarify that Three of Pentacles in reverse, please. Thank you, Angel, Spirit Guides, and Ancestors. I don't know if they want to talk anymore. They're being a little bit resistant. Yeah, it's waiting on divine timing to balance things out, you all. Get the Seven of Pentacles in the cut. Yeah, there's a renewal of hope. And again, divine timing popping out in the cut there. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Can we please clarify the Three of Pentacles for Gemini? Oh, okay. That was good. Okay. Six of Pentacles. So, again, it's about beneficence and generosity. And so somebody is going to generously come forward and complete this cycle. And you won't have that feeling of being stuck anymore. This is really, it's the Six of Swords. It's in reverse, but the energy that I'm getting off of it is you won't have that restless, impulsive feeling anymore. You'll feel more settled. You won't feel like running away or escaping, okay? Interesting. Alter focus. 666 is alter focus. Priorities get straightened out. That's almost a tower without a tower, okay? Seriously. So I'm going to actually clear the Jane Austen deck out of the way, and do my personal deck on the base read, and just get a little bit more information from our guides. Also, you will be aware that there are a lot of scammers who will comment back to you in people's comments, pretending to be them. I never, ever, ever give any information in comments. All of my information on how to contact me is on my page and on the description of each one of my reads that I post. So just be aware, because there's a lot of tarot readers that have scammers coming on in their comments and stuff. Just be aware. I wouldn't want, anybody to do that to you. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please guide my lovely Geminis. Okay. Do not forget your goals. Does what you're doing right now support the life you want to live? Surface pressure, obligations, burdens, honor, and family legacy. Yeah, vacation time. So some of you are definitely getting away. Surface pressure from Encanto, by the way, is the song. No is a complete sentence, and that's about setting boundaries. Also on the bottom is connect to spirit. Some of you really need to get back into your spirituality. Definitely. So let's get a couple more of these to clarify. Oh, yeah, somebody's saying, I miss you. I miss you. And connect to spirit right there. I miss you. They're sending you some telepathic messages, definitely. They're talking to you without talking to you, because they're really not sure what to say is what I'm getting. Ooh, yeah. Throat chakra, y'all. They don't know what to say. Yeah. Libra energy in the cut. So some of you might be dealing with a Libra. Some of you might be dealing with your twin flame. I got that Libra card again in the cut. That twin flame stuff, y'all. This is Alice in Chains, Say Goodbye, Don't Follow. That is definitely karmic cycle card. And, this could be your twin flame. Sometimes you cannot be with your twin flame. I'm just going to make it very clear. Now, for some of you, don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Hope, movement. Again, that's almost like the Chariot card, right? But, I found out who my twin flame was, and I'm like, no. No, thank you, universe. That person couldn't handle me for a week. They'd fall apart. My husband has his hands full. For sure. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can you please clarify a little bit more for my Geminis? I'll tell you what, if you have any unresolved issues with work, family, love situations, then they are likely to get resolved in March with everything that's going to happen. There we go. Okay. So somebody is feeling extremely depressed and lonely. It says take a chance in love. But it's, this is All by Myself by Eric Carmen, so it's I don't need anyone. They might be having some insomnia, forced isolation. It's time for healing. Could twin flame energy, karmic partner again. It's also wanting our soulmate. It's about solitude. This is kind of it's kind of hermit energy, almost. But, I deserve the best. Yes, you do. And you're learning that. And you're learning that your boundaries and the way that you take care of yourself, like I said, you're moving into that Empress energy, and that's where you want to be. Just sit still. Because those things that are meant for you are not going to pass you by. Respect by Aretha Franklin. Taking care of business. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. If respect isn't being served at the table, you get up and walk away. You also got the Aquarius energy. Now, this card tried to pop out, and this is the Amethyst all-purpose stone. Aquarius energy relieves stress and anxiety, purification, connection to spirit. You've gotten that several times. Serenity, understanding, trust, and grace. Sit with it, okay? Don't do anything impulsive. Oh, and you know, remember you had the Sun card at the beginning. Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles is essentially the Sun card in my deck, okay? Success is near. Winter is over. Happiness after sorrow. It's been a long and lonely winter. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Right? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Someone, didn't I say earlier that somebody might be looking at your social media and stuff? Definitely. They're finding out information somehow. Talking to somebody that knows you or something. I've got that very strongly. They're talking to somebody that knows you and trying to find out, like, is now a good time for me to approach Gemini? You know? So they're feeling foolish about what happened. A lot of them for these situations. My husband's about to walk in the door, so y'all might hear him because our door's loud. He had to go get me some stuff. All right, so root chakra, which is attributed to the color red. It's the first chakra. This is safe and supported, stability, connection to faith, getting grounded. If you've had nightmares, really look at balancing your root chakra. You might feel chaotic and unsettled. You know, spend some time in nature. Oh, I did today. It was so nice. You might have some foot or leg pain. This is about your foundation or anxiety. So really connection to faith, grounding, get in nature, meditation, prayer, yoga, long stretching, slow walks, things like that. Fresh air, sunshine, those kinds of things help with your root chakra. Woo. Now that one, no. Okay. No. So remember I said timing was off? Timing is coming together. So right now, Geminis, you should avoid black onyx. A lot of people get that for grounding and protection, but and shielding against negative energy. Do hematite instead. Black onyx is not necessarily good for Geminis. Okay. You also got I love this card so much. This is the Whitney Houston One Moment in Time from the 1988 Olympics in Atlanta. One Moment in Time, Racing with Destiny. What did I say? This is a karmic situation, lesson, partnership. This is reaching your goals. Your hard work pays off. You're more than you thought you could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away and the answers are all up to me. I love that song. In My Life by the Beatles. So you're having nostalgia, but you're having acceptance. And this is about big, healthy love in my life. Could be you could be meeting your divine counterpart soon, and I saw that for some of you. That King of Cups coming in may feel too good to be true, but just take your time. Remember, you're the Empress. Just sit with it. People will come to you. You don't need to chase anybody. Lady Gaga, Born This Way. This is about freedom, being yourself, right? Don't be a drag, be a queen. On the right track, baby. Live your truth. We're all born superstars. God makes no mistakes. You're about to have some radical acceptance of things. Okay, let's get just a few more. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can we get just a few more? Woo, not that many. That was a lot. Not the whole deck. Okay, it does not want me to shuffle anymore. Alright, just a few more cards. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. A few more cards from the Geminis, please. They're acting like they're done. It's alright, I have more for you. Oh, okay. I attract that which I deserve from the universe, karma. Remember what I said. What is meant for you will not pass you by, but you do have free will. So you can ignore things, but generally you'll get tower moments to put you right back on your path. So, remember that. Your true north. That's on the bottom of the card. So be your authentic self. Lost in searching for yourself. Divine purpose. No more hiding. It's time. I took the road less traveled by and it has made all the difference. Right? me get some of my personal oracle cards for you, my Gemini friends. Ooh, somebody is really wanting to communicate with you. My throat chakra is getting scratchy. And I've been drinking tea all day, so you know, and water. All right. Thank you, spirit guides, and angels, and ancestors. Can we please get a couple of oracle cards for our Geminis? Ooh. Wow, they're wanting to fly out. Okay. Freeing yourself was one thing. Claiming ownership of that freed self was another. You will become way less concerned with what other people think of you when you realize how seldom they do. And that is that sitting in that Empress energy, you all. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Listen to your intuition. That's basically what that's saying. Do not be too eager to deal out death and judgment, okay? So impulsiveness, restlessness, right? Just sit with it. That's about that judgment card, right? You're about ready to cut people off because you don't want to deal with it anymore. Just sit with it. Just be introspective like the hermit. And, you know, that's about gaining wisdom. So, right, remember I said obsessions and addictions? You might have been in your head way too much. You might have been, you know, maybe drinking too much. You know, just, this is time for healing for you, okay? And some of you may have already been through that and you're already on that path to healing. And I feel that from some of you, a lot of you, that you're on that path to healing. Maybe, you know, getting a new gym membership or going to the doctor, things like that. Treat yourself, okay? It's wonderful to do nice things for other people, but you have got to do things for yourself too. Definitely. Remember I said 666, you had 666 in your outcome. Alter focus, ground yourself, growth and development. Right there it is, 666 angel numbers. You can look those up, Google. Also, you might be dealing with somebody that is bipolar or has personality disorders, or if that is you, you are on a path to healing. So, or if you haven't yet, definitely get back on track, okay? Just get back on track. Okay, failure is just practice, right? It's not really failure unless we let it be a loss, right? If we get back up and try again, like I can't just pick up a saxophone and play it. I've got to practice, right? Some people can, and I'm so jealous of that. But most things we have to practice over and over again. We don't get it right the first time. Step out of your comfort zone and transform. There is something that you know you're meant for, and you are stalling. You're stalling. Now, some of you might have good reasons for that stalling, and you're waiting. So just keep that in mind. It's waiting for you, okay? And we accept the love we think we deserve. Oof. Right? Getting that Empress energy, and you will be attracting all kinds of people. And pick the one worthy, okay? Pick the one worthy. Discomfort leads to change. It's only when we get sick of our own BS that we change. Truly. Honestly. I'm a therapist, so I say that with a lot of experience. I did it before, I can do it again. You've been at the bottom before. You can climb back up. Failure is just practice, right? So, let us get an animal totem for you after I clear these out of the way. Well, I gave myself a whole spa pedi treatment today. Like, I have a foot bath thing, and I used some exfoliator, rubbed some oil on, worked on my cuticles, and filed, and painted my toenails. It was very, very nice. I've had a treat myself weekend. I spent time outside today, took a walk around my yard, cleaned up a little bit, gathered up some fallen branches from the recent storms that we had. It was really beautiful out where I live. I just enjoyed it. Got some vitamin D sunshine. It was really good for me. I suggest it for everyone. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can we please get an animal totem for our Gemini friends? Woo! Okay. We're taking that one because it was the solitary one that fell. And it is polar bear, symbolism, power, wisdom, and peace. Inuit tribes considered the polar bear, which they called Nanook, to be powerful and wise. The legend of, I cannot say that, so I'm not going to murder it, okay, describes a 10-legged polar bear living on the Arctic ice pack who renounced the violence of his 4-legged relatives and attempted to create a community based on peace and love. In the painting titled Playing with the North Wind, the bear dances and cavorts with the wind, a symbol of spiritual energy. Boulay, who identified with the bear totem, completed this painting in 1996, shortly before her death in 1997. The raised forepaw of the bear in the painting appears to be waving goodbye. Look how beautiful that is. That is gorgeous. It was Boulet, Boulet, if you're interested in that. And the name of it was, I know it just said Playing with the North Wind. That's beautiful. Beautiful, Gemini. I'm going to get 3 runes for you. Okay. Oh, you got some good runes, y'all. So Ing is the first one. And Ing says, it's almost always a positive rune, and only in the most negative of rune casts, which this is not, does it even suggest failure. Indicates that the force is with you. It indicates that the force is available to you at this time to complete any projects, and it shows a successful conclusion to the problem at hand. It also represents the sense of relief that comes from a positive accomplishment, but it can also merely indicate a mind free from anxiety. So you are moving through that. It also represents, it could signal an event which could prove to be a milestone in your life. Birth of a child, a new job, new love affair. It indicates the ending of an old phase of life to give birth to a new and more exciting one. The rune marks a time of positive energies and deliverance, and when it turns up in your runecast, you may be assured of good fortune. This one is a Dag. It's a symbol of increasing growth, and a major period of increase in prosperity is often introduced to this rune. And remember, you had the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles in your read, which suggests that as well. This one has no negative aspects. It can't be in a negative position, okay? Even in a negative reading, it shows that you possess the inner strength to turn your situation around if only you utilize it. You don't have any delay runes. So the growth symbolized by this rune is slow but steady, kind of like the Pentacles in the Tarot, rather than overnight success. Therefore, as the changes are happening, you may not notice them, but one day you will wake up and things will look much brighter. It has much to do with your attitude. So remember self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're negative about stuff, you're more likely to get a negative outcome. If you're positive, remember the Empress is abundant, right? And draws positive energies to her. She's a manifester of good things. And this is very much about what Dag is about. Okay? Sometimes drawing this rune will mark a major change in your life. Perhaps something so radical you will never live your life in the way again. So it's kind of like the positive tower. Okay? Usually it deals with making a new start on some level, but sometimes it shows that you must make the best of a situation over which you have no control. Things will get better, though, perhaps through an outside agency. It can also show you being exposed to a new way of life or thinking, even a religious enlightenment. Remember, there were several times that your read said connect to spirit. And the last one that you have is Thurisaz. Let me get to that. Okay, and it is in reverse, so it indicates much the same thing as it does upright. So this is a very, very positive rune cast, okay? The main difference here is that either you or the individual you are reading for will not wish to heed the advice and information offered. You do have free will. You are set on this course of action and are very full of yourself, unwilling to accept any advice which is not generated from your brain and your experience. So you might ask for advice, or remember it said get out of your comfort zone? So this might be that time, right? When this rune is reversed, the consequences of blindly following your own path are even worse than they are when the rune is right side up. But remember what I said. What is meant for you won't pass you by, but you do have free will. So you're going to have tower moments until you correct your path. It presages a time when your luck runs out and you will need to muster much caution and act with circumspection regarding your situation at present. Remember that you're in hermit mode. Be introspective. Gain wisdom from your experience. Any hasty decision is bound to cause regret since it is brought about through a weakness in yourself. So this is that time to gain, think about your intuition and that inner voice and, other people around you that you consider wise. Sometimes it indicates that you feel threatened by an individual that you perceive as weaker or subordinate to you in some sense. And so, but this rune, look, these are all very, very fortunate runes. So there is a successful conclusion to whatever major situation you're dealing with, okay? And then I'm going to draw some fairy oracle cards for you. I am getting like a party, like a family celebration in the scrying bowl right now too. So if any of you had issues with family, loved ones, romance, I do see reconciliation. But remember, you all have free will, so I cannot predict that. Only what's a potential outcome or what's most likely to happen, okay? If you go out of the left door instead of the right, it could all change. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can we please get some fairy dust oracle cards for our Geminis? Alrighty, so the first one that fell out was music. Fairies dance in the green hollow where the music plays, joy will follow. You know, and remember I said that my throat chakra was really getting messed with during this read? Sing, sing, sing. It opens up your throat chakra. Listen to music. Music is the great communicator. You got lead the way. Take the reins today. Others will follow if you lead the way. You're a leader. Be a leader. You're hesitating, some of you. You also got butterflies. Whenever you see a butterfly flutter through the grass, it is to remind you of the love of those who've passed. So if you're grieving, love and light to you. There's never correct words to say. Just know that I'm sending all the peace, love, and comfort to you that I can, okay? You also got keep going. The world at times is big and loud, but we'll make sure you're safe and sound. So just keep it up. Don't stop, Meg, conquer, right? And on the bottom, I always show the bottom one. 4-leaf clover. You have found a 4-leaf clover. Unlucky times will soon be over. And your runes definitely said that. Your whole read said that. This is coming to a conclusion. These reads can, you know, everybody's on a different timeline. So I can't say for sure, but usually these reads can be somewhere in the 4 to 6 week range. And some of you may have already gone through a lot of this cycle already. All right. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, anyone who likes, shares, and any of the sweet comments I've gotten. And I'm sending love and light to all of my Gemini friends. This is Lady Scarlet. Many blessings, and I hope I see you again.